Hey guys, I'm Tim.
I'm Bob.
I'm Mike.
And this is a board game rundown, and today we are going to review Castle Combo. I will say, if you want to have any idea on how this game really plays after I poorly explain it, check out that video. Mike does a nice teach, and you can see a full playthrough.
That was a good teach, Mike.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Good teacher award.
Yeah.
Easy to. Well, yeah, I lost. But it's a very simple, straightforward game from Pandasaurus Games.
Yeah, so you're going to have 2 decks of cards. They're going to make a market of 3 cards each. The cards are going to have a cost up in the top left. And depending on where this messenger guy is, you're going to buy a card from that row. You can top deck. And then maybe that card makes you move the guy down. Then you can buy from that row. You can spend a key to change rows. You can spend a key to wipe and put out a new set of dudes. But then you have to buy or take this card here, which will give you 6 coins and 2 keys. Mm-hmm. Awesome thing is keys are worth points. The bummer thing is coins aren't worth any. So use them or lose them. And then at the end of the game, you're basically going to score your 3 rows based on whatever their scoring conditions are. It could be not having certain of those little shield icons. It could be, having guys adjacent to it, in similar rows or columns. Mm-hmm. All kinds of things like that. It's very straightforward, and the iconography pretty much
very straightforward.
Is very straightforward. The trickiest thing is probably like the 2 points per coins in the bag, and not that that's hard to understand, but you have to find the cards that are going to let you
put those coins on there.
Coins into that bag, which Mike was really good at doing.
Yep. Yep.
That's more or less the game. Mm-hmm. For a good teach, like I said, watch Mike do it on the other video.
Right.
So let's just get right into this thing. Guys, what do we think of Castle Combo? And I'm going to start with Bob.
I enjoy it. It is a fun, light game. It's pretty easy to explain, as you just kind of saw. It's tag chasing, but it's not a overbearing tag chasing like a lot of games where you're chasing those tags. There's just so many cards and so much stuff going on. It's just this one is just a lot more streamlined. It's like I can buy from this row. How are those going to affect those cards I have? And it's only a maximum of 8 cards when you're going to make that decision, because once you put your 9th card out, you're done. And it's like, I don't like those. I'll pay a key to move them up, and I can buy one of those. And the iconography was very intuitive. And I wish the coins were worth some points in the money, maybe every 3 or 4 or something like that would be good.
Says the guy that won.
Sure, but I mean, it just no. I mean, way more is nice, but that's not the point. But no, I just feel like you can do things during the game to get a bunch of coins, and it would be nice. But then you get those 6 for just taking those face down ones, but then you're not getting any points from anything else,
right?
Because they don't really combo with anything except for Mike found a guy that did that, and that's the first I've seen him. But no, I just thought this was a super enjoyable, very lightweight tag chaser.
Yeah. How about you, Mike?
Yeah, I picked this up because it's been the hotness for a little bit. It just won a Golden Geek for the light game of the year. It's on Board Game Arena, and so there's been a lot of people looking for this game in trade, and I just picked it up online. Said, let's give it a shot, and it is enjoyable. I also really like the look of this, so this is just one of the reasons I picked it up. I think the art is really fun.
I agree.
Yeah, it just has a great look to it, a great aesthetic. These game player aids are excellent. It really explains everything, except although there's one term I did not find anywhere, which is neighbor, and we did figure out that as a person sitting next to you, but adjacent is in your tableau, but neighbor wasn't explained, but that's an easy thing to understand. But yeah, it's just a lot of fun trying to find these different strategies with these cards and getting them to synergize. It kind of feels like they're taking the scoring tableau of Earth and making it a lighter game. And I'm totally okay with that, because
Me too.
I like the interaction here of just figuring out what other people are trying to grab and maybe moving the messenger, or buying somebody that moves a messenger, so they have to, maybe you're trying to force them to top deck a card because they can't afford one of the cards that's in their row. It does a lot of things really well, and it's easy to table. I wish it would support more players, but 4 is fine. I could see this working at 5, though, if the components were here for it. But it's really fun.
Yeah, I mean, everything you guys said. I really enjoy the art, the ease of teach and play. It plays fast. Whether you're having a good round or a bad round because you can't find the cards you want. You know what I mean? You can't find the cards you need. So yeah, you're done in 10, 15 minutes.
Right.
You'll be fine. So I appreciate that, right? It doesn't drag on like, well, I'm watching Mike get all these great cards. Well, guess what? Game's going to be over again. Re-rack, play it. Like, it goes really fast. Like I said, the art's fun. The mechanics are really simple. And I did kind of enjoy the strategy of sometimes trying to make this guy land somewhere to, hurt my neighbor. But I mean, that's about as negative of player interaction as you're going to have from what I've seen in the cards. It's really like I buy a card Bob wants, or I put this guy in a row where you can't afford to buy something, or want to avoid buying something if you're not tag chasing, but you're tag avoiding.
Which is
Which is fun. I appreciated all the different kinds of ways to score. I even had a couple of suboptimal cards in my tableau here, and I still felt like I scored plenty of points. So I didn't feel like, oh, I totally tanked my whole thing. It's like, no, I feel like I did fine. I didn't win, but I didn't feel like, I played terribly. It was fun. It was a good time.
I could see room for expansion on this. Like, I could actually see like the castle moat over here, and it's an extra deck, and you're buying like animals that give you points that are hanging out in the moat or something. I don't know, but I could see, as successful as this game has already been, I could see them trying to capitalize on it and make more games with this mechanic alone. Paying to move a guy and buying out of a row.
The moat cards have to go around the outside or perimeter or something.
I could see the potential here for more from this designer. So absolutely.
Yeah, good vibes. And some fun mechanics that are familiar but combined in a unique way.
Yeah.
Anything else before we get into ratings on Castle Combo?
No, I think the components are really chonky for cardboard punch-outs. They're pretty thick.
Yeah, they did a nice job.
Coins.
Yeah. They did do a nice job. And this dude looks great, right? Screen printed.
He's huge.
Looks great. And again, the cards feel good. The card art looks good. You're not even really handling the cards. You just grab it and you put it down in front of you.
Right.
Yeah.
So the cards do exactly what you need them to do. All right. So, board game rundown. We are going to give this a score. Mike, how does that work?
Score it from 0 to 10. Average them together. We'll all score them, but the average is the rundown score. That's what we put on BGG.
Now, you may be the people's Mike, but everybody wants to know what Bob is going to score this game.
I really enjoyed this. I can find myself reaching to play it. It's small enough that I think that I want it in my collection and I would take it with me to places and toss it in my bag. So that's going to make it an 8 for me.
Yeah. How about you, Mike?
I'm an 8 as well. I've already brought this to like one small con. I could see this bringing this a lot more, taking it on camping trips. I like how portable it is, and I like how much strategy there is compared to the rules here. So a lot of fun.
Well, when you guys are right, you're right. This is an 8 for all those reasons. And, and again, right, a good Thanksgiving, Christmas, family gathering game, because it's so easy to teach and learn. And
small footprint.
We didn't get into it too much, but because the iconography is really solid, but the colors don't really matter because they all have symbols.
Yeah,
right?
they all have symbols on them. So sometimes, like across the way, like these and these look very similar.
Sure.
But one is a feather going one way, and one is a
like a wheat going the other way.
So
yeah, nice work, great job. That's always pleasant when we don't have to figure out ways to modify or how does this detrimental to our experience. So Bob.
Oh yeah,
I saw you had a calculator.
I did. Hold on.
8. I'm a high school dropout.
Carry the 3.
Oh, he's going.
Wow. Oh,
I think
8.
Man, I thought your phone was going to overheat.
Oh, yeah, it was smoking there. Wow.
jeez.
Yeah, this was really good. Pleasant surprise, Mike. I'm really glad that you
Pick this up.
I think this beat out Flip 7, right?
It did.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
So hold on, right? I'm gonna cross my arms and
We're
go.
pump the brakes.
I like Flip 7 more, but this is
Correct.
great. This is really, really solid and a lot of fun. And it's no knock. I want to hate it because it beat my favorite light game, but I can't. It's still pretty cool.
Right.
I bought it hoping to play it this weekend, and then we didn't enjoy it enough to review it, and that was the case. So worth the purchase.
Worked out really well. All right, guys. Well, we'll leave it with that. So also make sure you do check out that full playthrough that we have
It's up
there.
with a solid teach from Mr. Mike Rice himself,
Yeah.
the
That
People's
excellent.
Mike.
The People's Mike.
Teaching people how
Watch
to play
me complain
games.
about Mike's cheap card that he bought for
then
ridiculousness, and I still end up winning because
And then
I'm just
also
that
watch,
good.
watch Bob complain about me taking a card that he wanted.
Dude, I did.
That he didn't
There
think
was a-
I had any business taking.
There was a better card for him. He just couldn't afford it. That money,
Right.
I was going to give him 5 coins for that. I couldn't tell that you didn't have that money.
Yeah. He didn't care.
Didn't have the money.
He didn't care. Bob had tunnel vision. He wanted that card.
I did. I wanted that card, and there was no reason for him to take it other than he couldn't afford the card that was better for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good reason.
There's good players. Is there player interaction in this?
Yeah.
No.
Well, every game's co-op if you want it to be.
Well, yeah. Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next time.
He was
Forgot to
Tim.
do the outro.
I was
That's
Bob.
fine.
Yeah, that's
And that was
fine.
Mike.
Oh, yeah. He's still bitter.
Yes.
Just a little bit.